so that your kid doesn't put his inheritance up his nose. As an estate planning attorney, one of the questions I'm often asked is, what is an estate plan? Well, today I'm going to use these little barn animals to illustrate what an estate plan is. All right, so here we have mama hen. Think of this as your mom, and then these are your siblings and your in-laws, right? Every family has a duck who's quacks a lot and is opinionated. Everyone has an in-law who's a little squirrely. And then, of course, every family has one of these guys, right? So in this situation, we're going to tell a little story about Horse. Horse gets hit by a tractor, oh no, and breaks his leg. All right, so now Horse is in Horse Hospital. First and foremost, he's in a coma. Let's say he's unconscious. Who's going to make medical decisions for Horse, right? Who is going to be his healthcare agent, which is named in his healthcare power of attorney? Maybe the squirrel, he's a little squirrely, but he also works in the hospital, so that's who Horse trusts to make medical decisions for him. So had he named Squirrel as his healthcare agent, this would save Mom from a lot of stress of trying to guess as to who Horse would want to make decisions for him. So that's great, but now Horse is in the Horse Hospital for weeks, right? And now his bills are coming due. Who's going to protect his credit score, right? Who's going to help make sure that Horse doesn't come out of the Horse Hospital and into Horse bankruptcy? That's maybe Duck. Maybe Duck's opinionated and he talks a lot, but he's also an accountant and he's a whiz with money. And so a Horse trusts him to make his financial decisions. So he's going to name Duck as his financial agent in his durable power of attorney. So now, unfortunately, Horse has taken a turn for the worse. We know what happens to a horse when they break a leg. Oh no. Death has come for Horse. Who is going to be named as his agent to, number one, make sure that his assets, his hay and his saddle and all of his stuff go to his children. He's going to name Goat as his executor. That's awesome. We now know who's taking care of his medical decisions, who's making financial decisions, and if he passes away, who's going to make sure his assets get to where they're supposed to go. Well, where does Horse's assets go? Well, Horse has a little baby horse, of course, and so all these money is going to go to the horse. What, when the horse turns 18? The little baby horse is going to get all this money outright, right? 18 or maybe possibly even worse, 21. Really bad ages to give anybody a bunch of money. That's when all their fun-loving friends are going to come out and try and get him to buy the round of drinks. You're going to have other people trying to get to his assets. A good, comprehensive estate plan is going to protect those assets to make sure that the horse doesn't get into trouble. But what if he does get into trouble? All right, you can say, hold all this stuff for my baby horse until he's 23 or 25 or 27. But let's say, all right, now you say he can't have his money until he's 25. Well, he's 25, but he started doping, right? Oh no, or even worse, he's got hooked on Special K. Oh no. Now what? You want to make sure that the goat, who is not only the executor, but also the trustee of the kid's trust, can hold that money back and keep it from going up baby horse's nose. So that's why it's important to have an estate plan that is comprehensive. It's well thought out because you want to make sure that you're protecting your kids. Let your kids know that you love them by putting together a professional, comprehensive estate plan with an attorney who's going to give you as much time as you need to make sure that you understand all of this so that your kid doesn't put his inheritance up his nose. And that is what an estate plan is and why you should have one.